What is the deal with Relicanth? While the Regi Pokemon are quite the interesting bunch that requires a lot to obtain, I always found the methods really intriguing. Sure, I've covered this before, but while it was a fun trek through the Hoenn region to discover the long-lost Pokemon, there are some things that I just find funny, and as a Pokemon fossil expert, it is my job to talk about the fossil Pokemon that isn't really a fossil Pokemon, Relicanth. In case you're new to the scene, Relicanth is required to unlock the ancient puzzles of the Hoenn region to release the Regi Pokemon, but Relicanth itself is quite the odd Pokemon. For one, it's a little more difficult to find. Sure, it's not impossible, but Relicanth only appears underwater in the seaweed of routes 124 and 126. And even then, there's only a 5% chance of running into it. Most of what you'll find are Clamperl, which, by the way, do not sleep on Clamperl. This is actually one of my favorite Pokemon, but I find the reasoning for its rarity to be pretty cool because the animal it's based off of wasn't thought to be all that common. The coelacanth is a fish that was once thought to be extinct, but was discovered to be alive a few decades ago, and it hasn't evolved much in millions of years. And all of this is also true for Relicanth, as its Pokédex entries are basically the same thing, word for word. This isn't Animal Crossing where you can just fish them up, you've got to go deeper. It's a whole expedition itself, making this a prequel adventure. Relicanth also serves as a piece of evidence for the debate of why fossil Pokemon are rock type. Since Relicanth is a rock type and hasn't changed since prehistoric times, it stands to reason that all Pokemon were partially rock type at some point. But that's a topic I think I already covered. But because of all of this, Relicanth is basically an honorary fossil Pokemon. There's also the fact that it can learn ancient power like every other fossil Pokemon, and there are a few other references in things like the trading card game that connect it to fossil Pokemon. So that's pretty cool. But what does all of this have to do with Regirock, Regice, and Registeel? Well, there's the obvious connection that they're both old Pokemon. The Regis were sealed away by an ancient people, and Relicanth is really old. But technically, Relicanth would predate the Regis, since it's a prehistoric Pokemon from the equivalent of the Cretaceous period, and the Regis were created by Regigigas probably at a later time. The reason Relicanth is required for the puzzle is because that's how the ancient people set it up, so they would have had to have known that it was still alive and wasn't extinct. But I guess I could see that the existence of Relicanth was only known by the people who specifically sealed away the Regis, and thus when they died out, the scientific people of modern Hoenn knew nothing about Relicanth, or even the Regis. I mean, they've been left alone for so long, and it's some kid who just waltzes into the caves and unleashes Armageddon. It seems like a safety precaution put into place by the ancient people who knew that Relicanth was so rare, and then only a skilled and dedicated trainer could be the one to unlock the puzzles. That's some pretty clever thinking. I'm totally trustworthy and respectful of my surroundings, and absolutely nothing can go. But anyway, hey, this is GatorXN. Let me know what you think about Relicanth, I guess the Regi Pokemon again. This is technically Fossil Week. I didn't have as much fanfare or as much to do. You know, last year it was just that we were coming off of Generation 8, and we also had the DLC coming up later. But, you know, still wanted to discuss some stuff. Fossil Pokemon that isn't really technically a fossil Pokemon. So this one, and hopefully we'll have one more fossil themed video coming up. But stick around if you'd like to see that. And again, you know, leave your thoughts in the comments below because we'll continue the discussion down there. Relicanth, one of my favorite Pokemon, honestly. One of the few Pokemon that I actually legitimately shiny hunted. But then again, it was pretty easy back in Generation 6 with chain fishing. But I think it's really cool. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe to show your support, enable notifications, make sure you see each new video as it comes out. There's the applause button if you think I deserve it and you'd like to support. But anyway, this has been GatorX. Have a nice day.